The question is then, John, what do I play?
I think we all know the answer by this point.
I would agree with you. I really would, John, because in theory I should. If it wasn't for the fact that I know for a fact that there will be more Syndras at this event than I'm comfortable with.
No, I wasn't saying Gravy.
Oh, I should play Gravy, is the thing. Gravy's a good deck.
I don't think you should play Gravy into dice.
No. Well, no, into typical dice, Gravy's really good. Like slow, mid-range, value piles, all everywhere. Gravy wins that.
You have a choice of 2 decks for this weekend, and only 2 decks for this weekend.
Sure.
Okay, I know you have access to more decks, but there are 2 correct choices for this weekend, of which I think one is stronger. Welcome to Energy Potion, a flesh and blood podcast where we chat about trying, failing, and sometimes succeeding to play flesh and blood as competitively as we can. This episode was recorded in front of a live audience at an exclusive secret location. Before you smash the like, follow, or subscribe buttons, just take a moment. Do you really want your friends and connections to hear the latest hot takes and root techs before you get to play them yourself?
I'm talking, John's talking, everyone's talking. You just can't hear me.
Yeah. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. It'll all work out in post.
Well, at least a lot. Well, yeah, it's a lot harder to fix in post if I'm not actually being recorded, John. But
you'd be surprised.
It'll make for one hell of an episode.
Don't think you realize how much work goes into fixing in post.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a mumbler, I suppose. But yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
After
a week off.
So long.
A week off.
An incredible amount of time.
A well-deserved week off. 15 episodes in.
Some might argue.
Yeah. No, we've had a good run.
Others might disagree.
We're doing well. And we're in the middle of PQ season.
Yep.
So it's all a busy time.
Yep. I took the whole week off. I didn't play anything.
No, me neither. Well, I played Pokemon. I didn't even play Pokemon.
You didn't
I
play.
supported Pokemon
You
play.
poached.
Yep.
To a respectable finish.
Yes. But not enough fab.
No,
although,
but that's what I've been feeling the entire 6 weeks. There's not enough fab.
Yes. Yeah. So, but have other people done locally? Have we had another PQ winner?
Almost. Very close.
Very close.
Forever the bridesmaid. Never the bride. Unfortunately, Finley did fall at the last hurdle.
I mean, he's playing Marlin, so that's still pretty good.
And he was playing Marlin, so it was quite a hurdle regardless. And then came very close to hitting top 8 the very next day at P9 as well.
Right.
Or no, Dice Saloon, other way around. P9 into Dice Saloon, yeah.
Yeah. No, it was Dice Saloon to P9.
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't go.
Okay, fair. Which makes this weekend's local PQ, finally.
Well, yes. This is the important one, John.
Yeah.
This one's for all the marbles.
Well, someone locally needs to win this one.
Otherwise,
bad things happen.
I've already said I will commit a heinous act if we don't have a local winner. I've left that as ambiguous as possible on legal advice.
But especially since Verdance is ascendant. Best deck in format by some considerable margin. Well done, you were correct.
Yeah, to a degree. Well, I usually am correct, but I mean, yes, Verdance is very strong. I think Syndra's very strong.
Syndra's fallen off. Syndra's not strong at all. You shouldn't be taking for Syndra.
Oh, I see. We're psyoping. Right? We're using our. We're meant to be reporters of truth, John. Truth and justice. We wouldn't use our God-given talents for evil. No, I think they're both incredibly strong.
Gravy's terrifying. Look at how he's had cards banned and is still doing well.
And it's still very good.
Yep.
One thing, I mean, again, I've been discussing it a lot with the cuppers. I've been discussing it a lot with anyone who'll listen, including myself in a small dark room. This final week can kind of go one of two ways in terms of metagame. Either everyone settles on these big strong decks and goes, it's the last week, I'm going to pull out the big guns and really try and hammer home this last one. I'm going to play Syndra because she's the best deck. I'm going to play Verdance because she's the best deck. It won't happen for Gravy, but those two it will happen. Because people don't just pick up Gravy and play them because
I mean,
can't.
It's the dice PQ.
But again, that's the other side. You go, but it is our local.
I'm expecting...
It's Pet Deck Central.
I'm expecting at least 2 Betsies.
I could see Betsy, I could see Olympia, I could see Riptide, I could see...
Olympia's pretty much locked in, isn't it?
Like, the potential is
I think we will have
limitless.
every flavour of warrior. I think we'll actually have every flavour of warrior.
We could see Dory, Kasai, Fang.
I think we might have most of the Guardians. If not all the Guardians.
I would hope we don't see Bravo or Betsy, but it's not impossible.
I think we'll see one of them. A Bravo or a Betsy.
Chilling.
Sorry?
Chilling.
Yeah.
Scary.
Just
terrifying prospect.
We'll have... I mean, we're going to have Puffin. We're going to have Marlin. We're going to have...
Yes.
We're going to have Puffin. We're going to have Marlin.
Wow.
We're going to have...
Actually, I think Kyle's currently on Puffin Watch. So he's... I think he's posted a few screenshots of IRA testing, so I think he's very deep down the rabbit hole.
But if Kyle's not, then Nick will.
I think Nick is legally required.
Nick is legally required to
under
Puffin
contract.
Point,
Yeah.
Yes. So, and if he's not on Puffin, he'll be on Dio, which is
a good deck,
a good
unfortunately.
Deck. Yeah.
Ruining the vibe for everyone.
We're gonna have at least one, if not more, Arceus.
Yep.
I will be amazed.
I think we could see 2.
I will be amazed if we don't get a Tough Nut. I'll be not amazed. Do you know what? I'll be disappointed if we don't get a Tough Nut.
What, you think Charlie will play Tough Nut?
I think between Charlie, Jess, and other Tough Nut truthers out there.
Well, unfortunately, as you may be aware, our progress is on the 1st of November.
Yes.
The 1st of November is the day after the 31st of October,
yes.
Which some people use to celebrate.
But, yeah, which means that Jess will just play Tough Nut hungover.
Copious amounts of alcohol, if she makes it.
With a round 1 loss.
Because she's celebrating in London.
With a round 1 loss. Jess will make top 8 on Tough Nut.
Submarine in.
With a round 1 loss for being late.
This is...
Oh, isn't... Oh, no, Matt's judging.
Matt's judging.
Matt's judging. So that's 1 Verdance out the room.
Precisely.
But there will be 1 to 2 other Verdances guaranteed.
Possibly. Quite possibly.
So,
again, who knows how the pivots work their magic the night before a ProQuest, let alone a Dyson Destiny.
I mean, Lucian could be on literally anything by this point.
Well, I have now passed the Marvel Prism to him, so it probably sings to him sweet nothings and might tempt him.
So could anything else. At this point.
He is quite susceptible to the smallest ditty at any given time. Anything can just mumble to him and he'll probably listen and play it. So, but no. So there's 2 paths, 2 branching pathways, 2 alternate timelines in that. And that's obviously just considering locals. People can come from afar and play
People
as well.
will come from afar to play as well.
And they will probably bring competitive decks, but...
And there will be... I mean, that could be a Gravy. That could be another Verdance.
So, yeah. Bringing this all together, we could have a hyper-competitive, hyper-condensed metagame with multiple Syndras, multiple Verdances, multiple Gravies, everyone looking to, play the good deck for the last week and really close this one out. We could see the opposite. We could see, obviously, a lot of the locals bring their pet decks, and also a lot of people coming from afar going, I want to play in one last ProQuest with my favourite little special deck, and we'll see an absolute mess of a metagame.
Yep.
The question is then, John, what do I play?
I think we all know the answer by this point.
I would agree with you. I really would, John, because in theory I should. If it wasn't for the fact that I know for a fact that there will be more Syndras at this event than I'm comfortable with.
No, I wasn't saying Gravy.
Oh, I should play Gravy, is the thing. Gravy's a good deck.
I don't think you should play Gravy into Dice.
No. Well, no, into typical Dice, Gravy's really good. Like, slow, mid-range, value piles, all everywhere. Gravy wins that.
You have a choice of 2 decks for this weekend, and only 2 decks for this weekend.
Sure.
Okay, I know you have access to more decks, but there are 2
At least
correct
3
choices for this weekend, of which I think 1 is stronger. One choice is Katsu.
Sure.
And I think Katsu is a very interesting choice into the meta, because I think people who travel will bring Gravy and Syndra.
They probably will.
And so strong people who, okay, you assume that people who are going to the effort of traveling are quite strong to play, and that's been our experience in Dice, let's face it, will bring Gravy and Syndra. Your Vern's matchup isn't great.
Ideal.
But I'm sure you've got a plan.
I've Kodachis.
You've got Kodachis.
And a dream.
And a dream. There we go. That's all you need.
An occasional spinning wheel kick.
So there's Katsu. I think Katsu is a great shout for this meta. For the terrifying dice meta.
For the very specific wedge.
Not for global meta. Sorry, global listeners. For the dice meta.
Yeah. You're welcome to come play, by the way, if you can get a ticket and get here in time.
If you can get down, come on down.
You should.
But the other choice, probably the correct choice.
This is what I played last night.
I don't know. What did you play last night?
Well, you say it. You say it. And
well, I think this is the time to play Reiner.
Oh, okay, I did play Reiner last night.
I think this is the time to play Reiner.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the problem, because inside me, the two alternate universes are also competing. Do I play the melee deck, or do I give in to the big green goblin mask on the wall?
Gravy is incorrect.
Gravy's unfortunately very strong, John.
Gravy is very strong, and you did win the last armory I attended. Not this weekend, the weekend before.
I won an armory once.
You won an armory recently with Gravy.
Yes, probably. Did I?
Yeah, you did.
You sure?
You won the second armory at Dice on Gravy.
Did I?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you did.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
You beat Lucy in everything. The final.
What was he playing?
I don't actually remember. Puffin.
Oh yeah, I can beat Puffin's easy.
So
I would like to point out, obviously, again, congratulations to Callum for a couple of weeks ago winning ProQuest, big ProQuest on Puffin. In all of our testing, I was wiping the fucking floor with him. I was creaming him. I'd just like to iterate that.
Okay, but Callum won't be there, except maybe as
Callum
a mascot. As a mascot, in a supportive capacity, very supportive. I'm expecting him to offer back massages to all the locals during the first 5 rounds.
I'm really tempted to make sure all the locals get access to free coffee for the day, and really show my bias to a local player. Put as many strings as I can. Maybe that's
maybe Callum can be the one bringing them to the table.
Yep.
And
I'll
just
that
costume.
Slight
edge of Callum showing some support. But I'm not expecting lots of puffins. Like 1 or 2.
I would 1 if not 2. 1 maybe Kyle.
Maybe 3.
I could see 2 possibly Lucian. And then maybe 1 from afar. Obviously, there was a Puffin who did very well a few weeks back.
I forgot about Pleiades. Pleiades is the most popular deck locally.
Yeah, we do have 4 Pleiades.
Yeah, Pleiades, most popular local deck, Pleiades, by the way. And I think they'll all be playing.
Well, the more the merrier. I would like them to be playing if possible. But there's no guarantee that those people who have played Pleiades will be playing Pleiades.
No, true.
So
one choice for you is Gravy, which is, I believe, the incorrect choice.
Yes. And the other one is Rhino.
What is the correct choice?
And unfortunately, after
you will get gemmed into an endless series of Warriors and Guardians and Syndras.
Warriors aren't that great, really. Well, I mean, here's the thing with Rhino. The list I have right now, I made week 1.
Yep.
Expecting a lot more Earth.
We'll have some strong Florians. We'll have Verdances.
So, and the thing with the Verdance matchup is that it's become increasingly worse because the Verdances have become more streamlined, the decks become more skewed. Across all the metagame, the decks have become more streamlined and the decks have become more finalized. And they know
but
the game
that works into a known meta. It does not work into the dice meta.
Nobody has a sideboard plan for dice. It's true.
Nobody has the dice sideboard plan. I go to other events, and I've got a sideboard plan for every hero that I pull out my bag on paper. And people look at me like, you've got a sideboard plan for this random hero? I'm like, yeah, we've got 3 players locally.
Yeah, they play locally. Yeah, you run the full gambit at dice. No, so the third option is what I played yesterday.
What did you play yesterday?
It's the deck that I do think is the actual true dark horse of the metagame.
Hang on.
Hang
on. Did you win yesterday?
I went 2-2.
Okay.
But
on a Monday.
I went 2-2, and the 2 games I lost. Well, again, I haven't actually played this deck in approaching 6 months, so I was a bit rusty. And
you've not played for 6 months.
Playing
that you think is the
optimal
dark horse
80. Well, put it like this: I think it is a deck that if you sacrifice all of your tech for one of the big 3, you can dedicate all of your sideboard tech to the other 2, the big 3, and lock up those matchups pretty consistently and feel pretty strong into them.
Yeah.
And otherwise,
the problem is if you're not playing Gravy. Oh, I see.
Well,
I see.
And here's
the little
the caveat.
Smile, that little grin.
And here's the caveat, John, is that this
if
deck,
you sacrifice all the tech for Gravy,
this deck has a
because there's no other local Gravy player, and it's got a bad Gravy
this deck
matchup.
might have a bad Gravy matchup.
It's got a bad Gravy matchup, but is good into Syndra.
And also, it's the best mid-range deck in the format.
And it's the best mid-range deck in the format.
It's a deck that, in theory, well, there's no theory about it. It is the best mid-range deck in the format. And if you allow yourself the sideboard space, you get to have very consistent, very strong game plans into both Verdance and Syndra.
On Dory?
No, God no. Best mid-range deck in the format? Dory? What, Hatchet's Dory?
Hatchet's Dory?
What does Hatchet's Dory immediately lose to?
Gravy.
Well, actually, no, it's favoured into Gravy.
Oh, okay. Don't know. Oh, Syndra.
Not well. No, it probably isn't fine.
Syndra's actually okay, but Syndra's okay.
There's no way you're ever building a Hatchet's Dory deck that beats Verdance.
Oh right, okay.
But on the topic of Verdance,
who's
maybe similar to Verdance?
Kano?
Other way.
Florian? That's a terrible idea.
Yes.
That's one of the most awful pivots I've ever heard you come up with.
The key thing is, at the moment, you can't justify playing Florian, because even with like 9 sideboard cards, you just probably can't beat a Gravy who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
And as a Gravy who barely knows what he's doing, I don't struggle into Florian. So if a real Gravy turns up,
yeah, okay. So Gravy beats Florian. Gravy's not going to appear, fingers crossed. Except somebody from London will bring Gravy down, and then your plan is scuppered.
Well, just dodge them.
Also,
John.
No, you won't, because you need to win.
Well, no, but
invariably, that person who brings Gravy down will be in the final.
Possibly.
No,
but there's also
about it.
There's also going to be 5 Syndras in the room, John.
There might be 5.
There might be 5.
5?
There might be 5. You're 1.
I might be 1.
Sure, if
I've
you
got
might be
Verdance
Florian, yeah. Well, here's the caveat. And I'll give you all of my sideboard tech now, because the beauty of Florian is that all of the thinking and all of the gameplay for Florian happens the week before when you build the deck. Actually playing the deck, you've already done it. You've already planned it all.
Right.
A lot of it just involves blocking 9 and swinging a Reaping Blade. If you give up some of your go again board clearing stuff, you get to play 3 Haunting Renditions and 3 Erase Face for Syndra to hedge up that matchup. And you get to play Dread Scythe and a whole bunch of life gain for Verdance.
I don't think Haunting Rendition and Erase Face is enough for Syndra.
Blocks 4, John.
Only if you get to play it.
Blocks 4.
In the big turns.
4. Blocks 4, John.
Yeah, but...
Well, one of the games I lost last night, I lost to Callum playing Syndra.
Okay.
And then we played it again, and I remembered to put the Erase Faces in.
Okay.
And I won.
Okay.
That sounds pretty...
That sounds...
Pretty concrete to me, John.
Did you do that with Rhino? Have you tried it with Rhino? You should try this with Rhino.
Rhino's not as... Well, Rhino doesn't get to play Felling of the Crown is the big issue.
It's not that good a card.
It's a really good card.
It's not that good.
It's like insanely good.
It's not that good.
If Rhino could play Felling of the Crown...
It's a £2 card. How can it be good?
That's true. That's actually incredibly true. That's incredibly true. But this is my argument, is that you can probably get something close to a 50-50 into the 2 best decks, and into literally everything else, John.
Yeah.
You crush them.
Really?
Because you're Florian.
You sure?
John, cast your mind back to a time before Super Slam.
The Super Slam heroes don't matter.
No, but time before.
I mean, okay, so some people will play Okay.
To a time where,
to be honest, there might be a pivot to a life.
I'm not talking about Super Slam. Before Super Slam.
Before Super Slam, okay.
There was a banned and restricted announcement.
There was, yes.
Do you remember which cards were banned?
There was an Earth card, and Needles got banned at some point in that period.
What was the best deck in the format at that time?
Probably Florian.
This is before C, I should specify.
Yeah, before C.
Before Gravy.
Before Gravy. So before High Seas, there was a BNR, because Florian got a new card in High Seas, and that BNR banned a card for Florian. Two cards for Florian.
Because Florian was... People were arguing that he needed to have multiple cards banned, that Root Bound needed to be banned. He was the king of mid-range. There was any deck you want to play that was playing on a value axis, essentially the axis that Flesh and Blood initially was built on, Florian was doing it better than you. That hasn't changed. He got Germinate back. He still has access to all of those cards. All of those decks that will try and outvalue him still exist, and people will still play them because they're fun decks and blocking is cool. And Florian still outvalues them.
You're going to be much happier going 2-3 on Reinar than 2-3 on
I
Florian.
can guarantee you I will get so incredibly, unfathomably angry at Reinar. Whereas at least with Florian, I know...
You know that you've made mistakes.
More
and
blocking
the mistake
is my
was
purpose.
on deck choice.
I like blocking. Blocking's fun. Also, swinging Dread Scythe is fun. So, I'm going to do some testing this week with with the Coppers. I'm gonna grind as many games as I can on Florian, on Gravy, and on Reinar. I'm gonna try and get as many games as I can. I'm essentially build Reinar from the ground up, because he kind of needs to be built from the ground up. I do think he also has the potential to be a deck that can be favoured into all three.
I kind of thought you were going to go KO when you were talking about mid-range deck. I thought that was the bit.
KO is probably the secret fourth one that's like under the doormat, because KO actually right now there's a build going around that feels pretty fucking solid. And I kind of do want to just unga bunga a little bit and tell limb from limb into like swing big for 16. But if I have time, I'll find the time.
I feel that you've ignored Katsu. I think you do well.
I have ignored Katsu.
I think you do well with Katsu.
And the key tenet as to why I've ignored Katsu,
because he's actually the deck you'd do best with,
is because whilst there will be lots of Syndras in the room, there will also be a lot of Verdances and a lot of Warriors. And Verdance isn't unwinnable, but it doesn't feel great. You have to see pretty good hands, and you have to kind of like your breakpoint turns have to line up with them not having the cards to stop them, like Mental Block and like Shelter, or hell, any D-React really. And then Warriors get to play Valiant Dynamos, John. That card's really, really good. Like really, really good.
Yeah.
Like really good. Because your entire deck hinges on this one damage pushing through to then open the floodgates, and you'll never get that damage through. So I have many options, as I have the entire season, and the entire season I have many options.
Yep.
I will play Gravy because I put the time into Gravy, I put the reps into Gravy, I know where I am with Gravy, and I've become pretty close multiple times to hitting top 8 with Gravy, and then into top 8s that would have been pretty solid for Gravy should have made it. The reason I'm close to bailing this week, despite having there were some weeks where I looked at rooms and saw a lot of Syndras and maybe should have bailed, is that I do think this weekend, by virtue of it being that last week, is going to have a lot of people playing Syndra as the deck to go, well, if she runs hot, I'll do really well, and I'll just bet on the deck. Be a lot of gamblers. It's my bet.
Yeah.
And the data kind of does sort of lean that way a little bit. Obviously, with the ProQuest results from this week just haven't gone up. Syndra again putting out really good results along with Verdance. So again, if we're to follow purely the numbers, which I don't think ever you should totally do, and especially not for Dice's ProQuest.
What happened to Fi being the pick for Syndra?
Fi did win a ProQuest this weekend.
Yeah.
Fi won, I think it was Ellie Bird won with Fi, and I did comment on her Twitter asking if she was playing anything spicy, and she said 2 Art of the Dragon Bloods, and she said she'd cut them if she got the choice. So She didn't post a list.
Just
is what I'm saying.
vanilla Fi list.
Classic head jab to the death Fi. Does pretty good. But again, one pro quest does not a metagame make. And unfortunately, some players are just really good at Fab. I don't think I could win a pro quest on Fi. Asked me at the start of the season, I maybe thought I could have done, but 5 weeks in, my morale is down, John.
Yeah. I'm sitting here with Syndra going, yeah, if there's that many Syndras in the room expected, everyone's plan for Syndra exists. Everyone's got a plan for Syndra.
Yes, everyone have a plan for Syndra. And the thing is with Syndra is that everyone will have a plan for Syndra, and sometimes it just won't matter. Because the Syndra will draw hot, or the Syndra will know to play around the shelter on the turn you have it, or they'll just draw the Wrath turn and push it through and crack the boots and hit you 4 times with a dagger for 2, and at the end of it have Assault the Wounds. Because
Okay.
So, as ever, John, we have too many options.
Yeah.
Which is why, again, the little voice in my head, the little,
Why not?
No, don't listen to him. He doesn't.
Why not?
Well, here's the other thing with Rhino, John. There's an armory deck coming out for him soon.
Yeah.
And I want to play those cards.
Start playing him now.
I can't, because I want to play the new. I want to use the shiny new toys.
Start playing him now. Yeah, but start playing him now, and then when the new cards come along, it'll feel really good.
I want to swing me club.
Yeah, eventually.
I want to swing me club. I love me club.
So. Okay. You're going to play Rhino at the weekend. Fine.
I'm going to consider playing Rhino at the weekend.
So, but
I'm going to get in a lot of reps.
Moving on from the Dice PQ, which we're very excited about. Are there 2 other formats in the game at the moment?
Are there?
No, well, supposedly. What's going on with LL?
Isn't that a question, John?
Yeah.
Isn't that the $1 million question?
I think trying to make it competitive has been a huge mistake.
I respect the
effort, but I think they've tried to make it. I don't think it should have been a competitive format. No.
I think it... So what I think fundamentally what they were trying to do, and probably will continue to try to do, because I think it's an endeavour worth pursuing, is having this evergreen format that acts as like a legacy format for Flesh and Blood, where you can play your favourites. And then the caveat is to a high power level. And I guess the issue is that you can't have your cake and eat it too.
No.
You can't have a format where your favourites are legal and they're all allowed to run relatively unchecked, because there will just be some heroes that either during their own time or with the addition of cards that have been printed since then get to break the power ceiling on the game, like fundamentally more than any other deck kind of can.
Yeah.
Obviously, it used to be that Stava was the case, and now it's obviously
it becomes the any hero format, not necessarily the any card format, which is how it was originally envisaged. Was
and
the any card format, and now it's the any hero format because all heroes are legal, but we're still going to balance the game.
Yeah, and that's the caveat, right? Is that the initial pitch, the initial premise was that it was going to be you can play anything and it'll be no ban. So it'll just be like full, unchecked madness.
But that's fine if it's not competitive.
Precisely. So by adding the competitive side to it, they give it more legitimacy, and they obviously get more people interested in actively playing it and get to treat it more as an actual format opposed to a kitchen table thing.
And I think it's also fine if they just restrict a load of cards to 1 per deck. Like, I think, because you still get to play the card, you still get to play the busted line, it's just less consistent.
Yes and no. The issue with restriction, and this rears its head in other games that have restrictions as well, is that, especially in a format that's as fast as LL, and sometimes, if your opponent sees their power card and you don't see yours, you do feel cheated.
But over time, your deck gets lots of restricted power cards.
Yeah. But again, if you're losing or winning into...
But it's already
your opponent drawing their right
LL's already at the point where if your opponent presses go first, they win.
Kind of, but that's, again, one of the issues that people have with the format.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that skill isn't a factor in the format. There's a reason you see players like Brody Spurlock win multiple events. It's because they're very good at the game and they're dedicating their time to the format and learning how to play it. And you'll hear from a lot of high-level players who have given the time and effort to learn the format ready for Worlds, that it is probably a lot more there's more depth to it, and it's a lot more enjoyable than maybe to the layman it appears. They did also say that obviously a lot of stuff needed to be changed, and one of those changes was reflected in the BNR yesterday. It was the dirge restriction and the Rosetta Thorn ban.
Yep.
So a ban aimed squarely at Runeblades, deserved, obviously. Evil class. But again, like I was saying earlier, you can't really have your cake and eat it too. You can't have this legacy format that lets you play old favourites at high power levels without inviting, well, this, for lack of a better phrase, power creep.
Yeah. Because you've got the flip side of the coin now as well. And that's the thing everyone's actually excited about.
Well, yeah, and this is why you do wonder about the timings of all these things and if they're being pushed because of each other or despite each other, because you do have Silver Age. You do have this other alternative to an eternal pseudo-legacy format where, again, all of the heroes you loved playing and enjoyed playing back when they were legal are now legal again.
Except the Emperor.
That you loved and played, being one of the key tenets there.
Played him once, but I loved him.
So you can play Dramai again, you can play Chain again. You can't play Starvo, but honestly, the new Bravo is pretty busted, so just have fun with that instead.
I've got my Guardian of choice, and it's not Bravo.
So, and you open up that instead by saying, look, and this is if they don't impart any sort of like LL points in that format, which I don't think they should, is that you get to go, cool, well, this format will remain consistent, and we can be a lot more heavy-handed with bans because the cards we're banning aren't necessarily, Rosetta Thorn,
they can manage it better. And also just from the nature of the cards, there is a limit to the power level of the card. I know there's still some busted things you can do and some crazy stuff that comes out of it, but it's generally at a lower power level.
The fact that we've seen a card from the most recent set really get banned shows that they are pushing the power of commons and rares more so than they were before. Rest in peace, Vigorous Smash Up. Gone too soon.
Yep.
I love that card, John. I had brewed so many Silver Age decks with that card, and they took it from me.
Yes.
Do you know why they took it from me?
No.
Because RKO is busted in that format. But, as an aside, there's a definite clash there between Living Legend and Silver Age. They're both, in theory, able to capture that same essence of this eternal format that gets to be a different way of playing Fab to CC. CC, I think, will always be that primary format. But instead of having CC as the, hilariously when you put it, entry-level format, with Living Legend being the legacy format that you grow into by playing enough CC, which I think was the initial pitch, right? The idea that you play CC, you find your hero you like, and you get to keep playing them in LL. It's now kind of gone in reverse, and they're saying, like, look, you play the heroes you enjoy in CC, and then when they go, but you get to continue playing them in this Silver Age format, which gives you, as an entrenched player, a place to play these heroes you love, while also doubling as that new player format to get players in. Which is something Living Legend doesn't do, because it's borderline impossible to get a new player anywhere interested in a format like Living Legend. On gameplay, let alone on price point.
And I think the mistake has been pushing LL as this competitive worlds format without enough testing data, because LSS are experimenting. And they're they are. They're in the right place to be experimenting, and they need to be experimenting because people were not happy with Blitz and blah. But they had two really good formats. They had CC and Draft, and they had put a lot of work into getting a good Draft experience. And people, like the last 3 sets, everyone was talking about how good the Draft experience was.
High Seas was incredible.
3, maybe more.
What was before High Seas?
Hunted.
Hunted was fine.
Hunted people enjoyed.
But like this, I think Super Slam is a better draft experience than Hunted.
Super Slam, but exactly, they've put a lot of work into a good draft experience.
It's one of the key tenets of the game,
and
is that it is draftable.
Not kept it competitive. So the fact that there's not been a competitive Super Slam
is disappointing. And we said this when the set came out. It would have been very nice to see how the best of the best approached that format. but we were like, cool.
And they've dropped it for Worlds.
Yeah, we acquiesced that they did instead choose to highlight Living Legend.
Yep.
Probably kind of hoping that they had maybe more of an idea of what was to come than maybe necessarily they did. But again, as you were saying earlier, they are experimenting, and I will always encourage them to do that over playing it too safe.
Yes. I think experimenting into an annual thing like Worlds might not be the correct place to do it.
Yes, there will be a lot of people who do say, I don't think Worlds is the place to do it, because obviously this is the epitome
Worlds should be highlighting a really good format that's had some time to grow.
Well,
and people go,
yes.
oh, they're now playing it at Worlds, and I want to play that. And they should have enough data to be sure that people will want to play it.
When this is the thing, I think when the decision is made to have LL as one of the two formats in this, obviously this new joint format that we're having for Worlds, that happened probably a fair amount of time before it was announced.
Yeah.
And it was locked in then.
Yes.
And there's only so much movement.
But there's a
that
decision
can be
to take to lock it in then, you know.
There was a
and
decision
to go, we're gonna experiment on this.
But that would have been long before Project Blue was even Silver Age, let alone Silver Age announced.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not saying it should be Silver Age either, because as much as people are excited about it, they just need a bit of experience with the format.
There's a world in the future it could end up.
Exactly, there's a world in the future it could be.
But the caveat being, why LL over draft? And I do think it might be something more akin to, and this is something that Callum said the other day, and it actually resonated with me quite a bit, is that it's more of a last hurrah for Living Legend.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's them trying to put it out with a bang, and then maybe putting it out to pasture afterwards. And again, then it all starts to make a bit more sense. All the gears sort of start clicking in place when you go, okay, well now it kind of makes more sense that Sage is announced as and when it is, as this not replacement, but kind of replacement to Living Legend.
There's a chance for competitive Sage next year, before Worlds next year.
Well, and if I'm to put up a wish list, John, the dream is at Worlds to have CC Draft and Sage as a triple format, because again, and this is one of the things I enjoy about previous Pro Tours and Worlds and stuff, is that if you want to be the winner,
you have to be the winner.
You have to be the master of all the formats.
And
if we add another format, then you have to become the triple king.
Well, it was. They had to have. You had to be CC, Blitz, and Draft once upon a time.
Well, exactly, and obviously with Blitz becoming increasingly less enjoyable.
Blitz was difficult to balance. It's difficult to balance that power level across two formats, which is why I've got high hopes for Silver Age. You know, I think Silver Age looks like a really cool format, and the big question is, how much archives have you got left to help me build out a few Silver Age decks?
I need to start charging £20 for a deck.
I just want my Yoji deck sorted.
Okay. 25 for that.
There's a few bits I need. But I think I need
go on, give us one. Give us one card you need.
Red Brandish.
£30. What are you brandishing? Sledge. Yeah. 3 into 7 off of 2 blues and a brandish.
I think the answer is 6 into 6 into 6.
I hate brandishing for 6, but it's beside the point. I think the potential for Sage is obviously incredible, and I could talk for hours on end about Sage and the potential for it, because again, as soon as, and they're getting a lot of data for it, as soon as the data says that something's wrong with that format, they can be so heavy with it.
Yeah, because it's you know, I'm actually disappointing myself for not having already built half a dozen decks. Although February I haven't worked out yet, because they're still not showing Sage. They're showing Project Blue, and there's a bug there somewhere.
Mine's showing Sage.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to do something.
I have refreshed my page to gain the new features.
I'll refresh that, and I want new features because I want to start building some Sage decks.
What they haven't added is the card art for the new cards from the Reiner Armory deck. That's painful.
That's a sad time. Although you shouldn't be playing with those yet, because you've got one more.
Well, I'm building. I'm testing.
Yes, but you're testing.
I'm not even playing with them. I'm literally just building.
Testing current build Reiner ready to play on Saturday.
Potentially. Okay. Potentially. I'll contain my excitement for the Reiner Armory deck for a future episode, John. For now, I will instead express my obvious excitement at what the potential to watch Worlds, regardless of all this hullabaloo and all this drama. I, as a punter, as a screaming yob in the crowd, will have a great time watching, because I'm not competing. I don't have to worry about any of this rubbish.
Talk about having a great time. Will there be a spoon's breakfast on Saturday morning?
Oh well, I would hope so. I would imagine so.
And for anyone coming to Dice and they're not local, but they listen to this podcast
They're
and are really
not
excited to
invited.
come.
Oh wait, sorry, no, they are invited.
They are invited.
Sorry, yes,
Which
of
spoons is it? Because there's 2 in town.
It's the Westgate Inn, right?
Westgate Inn.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get this out in time for some
Free
to listen
advert
to
for the
it.
Westgate Bin, I suppose. Sponsor
And,
us, Mr. Weatherspoons.
And the Westgate Inn.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to, so obviously, first and foremost, the ProQuest at Dice and Destiny this weekend.
Yep.
Looking forward to competing in that. Looking forward to a local top 8 full flush.
Yep. If we can just have locals in top 8, that kind of seals the deal.
Well, that's the plan, is that we do have that. Which reminds me, when I get back to the office, I need to start refunding all the tickets for people who are coming from out of town, telling them they're out of stock. It's a good idea, John. Well done.
And my Gengar deck.
And the Gengar deck, I need to sort that out as well. But looking forward to that. I am looking forward to doing a copious amount of Sage testing when ProQuest season's over, as well as a copious amount of just playing a little bit of spice. Want to play a bit of RKO, play a bit of Tough Nut, play a bit of Olympia, play some bad decks, as opposed to having played these good decks all season. And then yes, I am excited for watching Worlds.
Yep.
Because there is still a lot of CC in Worlds.
Yes, there is. It's
I would be very surprised if...
I can't wait to see Fi win for a third year in a row. We've written them off all PQ seasons.
Spoilers, John. You don't leak the script already. What's actually incredible is that LL Fi is very strong.
So you could win by playing Fi in both formats.
You could double Fi.
Double Fi in both formats.
I mean, I think there's more of a chance of Fi winning on the LL bracket as opposed to the CC bracket, but I've always one hell of a drug. You know, lots to look forward to, lots to be excited about, lots to think about as well. Not, but again, we had 2 weeks, obviously, to collate all of this, so we're pressed to fit it all into one juicy singular episode.
Which I probably have to leave.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. No more space. We're out of space. It's gone.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye, John. Into the sunset he rides.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode of Energy Potion, a Flesh and Blood podcast. If you liked it, please consider subscribing for more. If you disagree with any of these opinions, please let us know in the comments and we'll either defend them robustly or completely cave and agree with you. This podcast was made possible with help from the team at Le Bon Tutu Productions and a special donation from the Cracked Bauble Appreciation Society and their sponsors.